how many times, you guys, have you tried to, for example, went on like you rode your car and you wanted to go to the mall instead of home, and then you woke up to realize, or like you just realized that you're in front of your house, even though you actually wanted to go to the mall, right? So what was happening there? Actually, it was your subconscious driving you there. Why? Because default, your brain has been in a process of you will reach home. You drive home every day. So even if you change the plan, your brain is wired to take you home. So this is exactly what's happening to our brain. Our brain is on automatic pilot. But what are we on automatic pilot for? Not to enjoy our life. Simple as that. Why? Because we're wired for so long to either worry about our past or carry it as a luggage, be very upset all the time about it. Something happened in the past, but we still have it with us. Or we're also programmed to worry about the future. What if? What will happen? Oh my God, even if it's only tomorrow. But at the end of the day, we're not enjoying the moment we're living in, and we're wasting our time and wasting our life, either past or future. So you end up feeling like, oh my God, when will this end? Or actually, maybe you won't even notice. So today we're going to practice how to notice. What is this? What is that? What is mindfulness? Basically, it's the ideology of being present in the moment and being very aware of what's happening around you. We go through mindfulness through different aspects. We have two aspects: the formal practice, where you guys have, I'm sure, practiced yoga at one point, or sitting and doing mindfulness eating, or mindfulness walking, but that's formal practice, right? This is something you decide, I'm going to sit and do mindfulness, meaning what? We're going to practice in a minute how to do formal mindfulness practice. But the whole ideology is, I'm sitting in an empty room today and I'm going to concentrate whatever I'm doing in that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But what am I here to tell you is that it's actually a lifestyle. I'm actually, while I'm being here with you guys, while I'm doing this workshop, I am mindful. Lifestyle. It's not something you will do for 5 or 10 minutes. It's something you do every day, while walking, while talking, while eating, while doing every single thing. You're simply enjoying it and you're really concentrated in the moment. And that's why we say you add mindfulness to your daily routine. So if we're going to say like, mindfulness is unlike meditation. It's not about relaxing. Mindfulness undergoes a psychological process. It's a psychological practice. It's about acceptance and staying at the moment. I hope you guys, I don't know if this request possible. If you guys can turn on your cameras, you're more than welcome to join me and open your cameras. But I just need you to do something with me today. And it's about, my God, how many times have I said about? All right, so it's about acceptance. So I need you to just simply put that notebook or whatever you're holding up. I'm going to call on names while you guys are holding this. And I'm going to call on, for example, Jawahar. Are you with us, Jawahar? I'm acting like a teacher now, right?
Yes, I am.
You have that notebook up front.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you, while you're holding the notebook, how are you? How are you feeling? How was
feeling
your day?
okay. My day was okay, good.
How's your arms?
So far good.
Okay, you've got much stronger arms than mine. But the whole time you were concentrating, now just lay your notebooks right there on the table or on your lap. The whole aspect was you were actually carrying a luggage while talking. So imagine how you guys are functioning every day if you carry this as a luggage on daily basis. You think you'll enjoy life? You think you'll enjoy the moment? You think you'll enjoy what you're actually guys doing? Or actually trying to, the luggage is there and you're really carrying it out there, but simply you're either distracting yourself while it's there or doing everyday tasks. And then someone comes to me and tells me, I don't concentrate. Babe, because of that luggage, I don't focus. because of that luggage. I don't enjoy, I don't have fun, I don't laugh from my heart because of that luggage. And that's how we have to process that luggage. We have to understand what are we carrying around. So let's someone can share an example. What kind of thing are you carrying around? So um any of you guys, if I ask you today, what are you carrying as a luggage? What would you say? Something from your past, something from your future. What could it be?
I could join in and mention regarding the uncertainty of the financial uncertainty. Let's say, as a coach, with everything that's going on, things are unstable. Gyms are not opening up, and like there's a lot of new regulations, so it messes up my business and how I work. So, like financial, let's say, challenges.
And it worries you, right? And you end up not welcome on board. Sarah said future work. Okay. Thank you, Aisha, for joining us. So yeah, exactly. So future, right? It's something that we can't control. So while we're at it, we do a number of activities. One of them is, do we have control over it? Like if I say future, right? I need something to happen in the future. So we realize in the beginning and like, but what do we have control over? My actions right now. Not what I'm going to do tomorrow, not what I'm going to do after tomorrow, not what I'm going to do next year. What I'm doing right now. Even if I'm not an unstable financial status right now, I'm working about it right now. I'm not caring about it in the future. What will happen? Living in the what if can ruin your life because you'll end up not enjoying the moment. You'll end up feeling so burdened and you'll feel that, oh my God. And then 70% of what we worry about never happens, right? So we don't even know what to care. Who would have imagined that our life will turn out upside down like that? It happened on the 28th of Feb. We were sent home from work and we were told, just stay at home for 2 weeks till we know what's going on. 28th of Feb, 20, what was it, guys? 2020, right? Yeah, 2020. Yeah. Feb 2020. Saying we're just going to stay for 2 weeks. And here we are, it got extended till 14th of March. So we'll never know. The only thing that I need you guys to say, it is what it is. Sincerely speaking, I understand some of us carry a lot of heavy luggages, a lot of heavy, very painful history, bullying, abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. We carry it with us. It's there, right? But instead of putting it like that out, because what we're trying to do it like this, we're trying to simply just push it away, right? Our whole, when we wake up, since the second we wake up, we're actually just struggling with a thought. We're fighting a thought. What about if I tell you, just give your messages to your brain every day? It is what it is. I'm accepting that I'm angry about the past. I'm acknowledging that thought, but I'm actually concentrating right now in the moment. Fighting with past memory, for example, trying to distract yourself, trying to push it away, make us fight. Imagine you are in quicksand, right? Quicksand. What do you guys do? What we were told to do. If you fall into quicksand, don't struggle because you'll actually fall deeper, right? This is exactly what you're happening, what you're doing with your thoughts. Mindfulness is not about controlling your past. I cannot, no one has that power. Actually, you are falling in that because you think that you have that power. You have that power to fight that memory, or you have that power to predict the future and fight for the future, while actually the only control you have is the moment you're living in right now, with that breath coming in and the breath coming out. That's it. I have the control right now to put that pen on the paper, but I don't have control. I know where this pen will be next week. Most probably lost with all these pens somewhere in this world, just like the hairbands. So if we continue with that, I'm going to draw something for you guys now. All right. So we wake up in the morning. I'm just gonna show it to you. I don't want to like share and then, okay, so if we wake up every day in the morning, all right? We wake up in this ideology, right? I am focused. I am present. We wake up with that, by the way. We all have good intentions the second we open our eyes. Maybe negative thoughts, because that's what we've been trained on. Being an outcome of an Arab parents, how do the guys wake you up? By yelling, by saying, oh my God, you're late, by saying, oh my God, you never wake up, you'll never be ready. So your instant automatic pilot is waking up and feeling like I have so much to do and I have not done anything yet. And that's so negative. From the second you wake up, you're already yourself towards being away. We have this ideology of running away towards or away. So you're already pushing yourself towards away from the second you wake up. So when you wake up here, concentrating on being focused, being present, being there, you really, really have that intention. But something happens that distracts you. And then you end up saying, okay, how many people, and just by raising of hands, if you guys don't want to speak, how many people here wake up in the morning saying, I have 10 tasks, and by the time they sleep, they barely finished half of it? Just raise your hand if you're one of them. Oh my God, I'm the only one? Asha, you want to say something? Jawahar raised her hand. Thank you, Jawahar. All of you guys say 10 tasks and finish 10 tasks?
No.
Exactly. What happens is we have that intention, but something distracts us, the future or the past. Don't you just catch yourself sometimes daydreaming in the middle of the day and you end up like, oh my God, I didn't finish, or oh my God, I didn't do this, or oh my God, bad thoughts came to me, or something trigger. If we're going through panic attacks or experiencing anxiety, for example, that's what happens. Oh, guys, I haven't introduced myself. Talk about being distracted. I'm Amira Nawar, by the way. I'm a mental health specialist and I'm a life coach. And yeah, that's it. So just in case. So anyway, let's go back to where we're saying. So my ideology is that if you get distracted, that means you're not in the present moment. You're either in past or future. So how can we bring you in the now? By two kind of aspects. The thing is, when you get distracted, by the first thing is noticing. Meaning what? That's what diaries. And if we look here, the first practice to notice that you're being distracted is noticing. I hope it's making sense for you guys. Notice. The word here is notice. So by just simply noticing, when you get distracted, you're halfway there. It's just like riding a bicycle, right? First the balance and then the pedaling. This is exactly what we're going through now. I need you guys to understand that. I need you to know, what are you daydreaming in? I need you to be very aware. I need you to have that notepad and I had this thought, I had this feeling, and therefore I acted like that. It's always based on this. I need to know what is your thoughts, because thoughts control feelings and feelings control thoughts. And at the end of the day, we control both. We can control both. But the ideology of pushing our thoughts towards somewhere or trying, when we become aware. Like, don't you sometimes feel like, I'm not sure if anyone here have experienced anxiety before, and then you go like, oh my God, suddenly my heart started beating fast. I started having shortness of breath. And then what happened? You lost it, right? But you don't know what triggered it, because you haven't been trained to notice what triggers those distractions, or what kind of distractions comes to take you away from your focus point. So that's why don't we always tell them, take a deep breath, breathe like that, but you're already not here. You're already fighting something that's not even present, a memory, a future thought, something that's really, really suffocates you and prevents you from really enjoying the moment or living the moment or finishing that task, right? I'm trying nowadays to read motivation quotes to avoid or to not think about it. It does help. it does help as a short-term goal. By the way, the motivational speakers and all of that, they last only for a few 10 minutes, because what happens is the second you leave, you go like, I'll never be up to that person. So that's why we call it short-term goal. The motivation has to come from within. All right, so, but Sarah, that's a lovely idea to distract yourself. Okay, so what happens when you notice? Mindfulness helps to stay focused by noticing when you get distracted. Well, why do we practice mindfulness? And what is mindfulness, right? But let's say first, why do we practice it? It helps us with concentration, and it helps us with being present because you're there. And it helps us with new skills because we're aware what we are and where we are not. It helps us with being resilient. Flexibility is the key. Adapting to change. That's to be able to understand, like, oh, so we're in a situation we don't like, but I'll have to adapt because this is what it is. The concept of acceptance. The concept is like, I have to live and enjoy. I'm going to win this. And of course, self-understanding. We need to work on a lot of self-awareness and of course, increased compassion to the people around you. So let's do a mindfulness meditation right now. Let's practice it, all right? It's very simple. You just have to follow through. It's not like yoga. I don't let you think alone. So we're gonna close our eyes and we're gonna either, if we have our shoes on, we can take it off. I'm gonna tell you that I'm barefoot, but I'm actually not. Okay, so I'm just gonna push my foot to the ground, all right? And I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm just follow through, all right? So right now we're thinking, that's a deep inhale. We're actually pushing our feet to the ground, really pushing it, feeling that gravity and actually pushing it towards the ground. Now we're gonna imagine we're holding 3 balloons, right? It's up to you to pick the colors, but I'm gonna pick the colors for you today. So you're actually holding a yellow balloon, a red balloon, and a blue balloon. And each balloon has something we're worried about. We're gonna blow it. I'm gonna put whatever we're worried inside, I'm gonna blow. While we're inhaling and exhaling. I'm gonna do that for the next 2 balloons. Let's blow. I'm gonna do that for the last balloon. We're gonna hold those balloons with our hands and look at them. And today we're acknowledging that we have worries. Today we're acknowledging that we have negative feelings. Let me open my eyes. So today we're going to acknowledge that we have those feelings. And we're not gonna fight that they're not there. We're not gonna fight them. We're gonna accept them first. And then later, the next step, we'll understand, can we control them or not? If they are in the past, something that did happen, we have to accept them, how painful it is. Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge them because we don't want to feel the pain. We cannot accept them because we know if we accept them, pain will start and pain will hit. And for us as human beings, we like to avoid pain. It's our defense mechanism, it's built in. That's why when something hurts us right away, we right? But the ideology is that we feel like it's actually not worth it, right? So we run away. So we fight what's actually there, and it stays in that. Imagine there's a monster here, right? And I know there's a monster here, but I will keep on fighting not to look at that monster, but the monster is here. So I'm wasting 2 things in my life. I'm actually fighting with the monster, even though I know I can't look at it, but the monster is actually there. So the first step to acknowledge any negative thought, anything troubling you, is acknowledging it. Next step, can I control it or not? Third step, acceptance. Because if I can't control it, we have to accept. Of course, these things take weeks and months of therapy, but I'm taking it just a step. Like right now, this is what I need you guys to do, to start accepting, acknowledging. Sorry, need to acknowledge. I have not made peace with my father for abusing me. I have not made peace with my bullies in school that they have bullied me. I'm giving examples, of course. So we continue. So after we acknowledge those thoughts, we have to notice them. When do they appear throughout the day? We have to know what are the triggers. Is the triggers people? Is the trigger thoughts? Is the trigger environment? We need to notice ongoing factor of what's going on. Why am I getting distracted to those certain thoughts or ideologies or feelings or action, and therefore I'm acting this way? So we need to notice. I need to know the triggers. It's more about being very mindful. That's the whole ideology. When you are mindful, other than what we did now, like the breathing and the practice itself, it's being, while I'm drinking my coffee, I need to really acknowledge the taste, acknowledge the smell, talk to myself and say, okay, this is nice coffee. It's time for my coffee. Like for me, I hate it when someone talks to me during my morning coffee. It's my only time that I have me, and it's the time with me. I have 2 teenagers at home. I'm a mother of 2 teenagers with a husband. So you can imagine how crazy it is if you said, I want my coffee in the morning alone. But they respect and they understand. After a number of fights, but they end up, they didn't understand, hopefully. But anyways, we'll continue. So the importance of noticing distraction is knowing that it's there. So from now on, this is what I need you to do. While you take that walk, don't walk with this in a lot on your. No, you're gonna walk with acknowledging there is a problem. But right now, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna watch the scenery, the view, even the road. I'm gonna listen to my footsteps on the. Put all my concentration in this, because when you revisit problems that are still there and they are present in the present. When you acknowledge it after doing a mindfulness activity or an activity with the mindfulness way, you revisit it with a different perception, with a much calmer one, with acknowledging all the sides of the conflict. I need you from now on to write your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. I need to know what's going on in your brain, and you need to know what's going on so you understand yourself more. And I am done. It's very simple. It's a very simple workshop. It's very, but I'm going to share my screen. I don't know how. Desktop? Yeah, this. Wait. Anyways, anyone have a question, or you would like to share some? Yeah. You guys are the quietest audience I've ever had in my life. Anyone would like to share anything? So the step number 1 that we're going through in this workshop is being mindful. Start understanding what's distracting you, having that knowledge of what's distracting you. Someone wrote something. Where do you draw the line between living carefree? We draw the line between anything we're doing when we know how to function and when it prevents us from functioning. Anything. We draw the line when we say, okay, it's preventing us from enjoying life. So if you're enjoying life, but you still have that worries, but you have everything under control, then you're doing somehow something right. But if you stop functioning and it really causes you a lot of anxiety, sad moments, down moments, or life at the moment, yes, this is where you draw the line. Any more questions or something to share? We can solve it as a group right now. Okay. If you guys, that's it. No one wants to ask anything. I can help you right here. Use my Instagram if you would like to add me. That's the wrong one, by the way. Sorry, this is the right. This is the right one. The first one is wrong. So anyone would like to ask anything right now, or ask later if you guys want. Thank you so much. I hope you just, the first step in this workshop is simply noticing what distracts you and when you get distracted. This is the first step only. We still have a number of steps. We're going to work it out with the nourishers, this kind of thing. But the first step I need you to know. Great job, Sarah. But what I need you guys to start having, keeping this diary, is the thoughts, the ideas, the feelings that come to you. You need to be aware of every day today. Thoughts, feelings. You need to know what's happening. I need you to know what thoughts come to your mind. How to overcome past trauma. I work with AC therapy. You can contact me through the nourishers, or contact me through my Instagram. And you guys are all entitled for a free session anyways. So just contacting me through the nourishers or Hamad or me, and we can set this up. But right now, I just need you to do that. Yeah, overcoming past trauma, we need to really look into the trauma and what's happening. And we use also something called MCBT, Mindfulness Cognitive Behavior Therapy. Use simple life coaching tips. It depends on the trauma. It depends how it's preventing you from living. Anyway, guys, have a great day, great night. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope it was helpful. You guys were angels on earth.